Today, I want to talk about DuckDuckGo's AI tool. This is more of a chatbot than an agent. And we did a video about this a while ago, but they've made a lot of updates. And I still think this is a really good tool to either introduce you to AI chatbots if you haven't used anything before, or if you do use things all the time. Like, this is just a really quick, free interface where you can, if you just have a quick thing that you want to do, you can do it on here. Or you can try models that you can't really access easily in other places, etc. So I just want to go through some of the updates. I won't go through everything because, like I said, we have a different video about this. So some things will be overlap, but try not to do everything here. So just to get here, it's just duck.ai. And then you get to this page, and it's a pretty minimal interface, which I think is a positive. And if you're not familiar with DuckDuckGo, they started as a browser that was basically when Google was having a bunch of privacy issues and the lawsuits. And their whole thing was they are the browser that's private. So they continue that with the chatbot, and it says right here, all chats are private. And then you click on here, and it has some info in here, and the data is anonymized and zero data retention. They don't train the models with your data. So they kind of continue that private theme with this chatbot here. And then a couple of things that they've added. You now have a dictation option. So if you don't want to type your prompt, you can just click on dictate here, and then you can just talk. If you have a microphone, obviously, you can talk into your microphone and then prompt that way. That's a new feature. Depending on which model you're using, you now have a reasoning level here. So that's like reasoning, thinking. Click on that, and you either can just do fast, which is the default, which is basically no reasoning, or some of the models have a reasoning option. And if you go right next to that, you have your model selector here. And a lot of these models are different from what they were before. And just looking through these, this is what's available on the free plan. They also have a plus plan, and then they have a pro plan. With the free plan, you can do GPT-5.4 Nano, GPT-5.4 Mini, Claude Haiku 4.5, do Mistral Small 4, and then two open models, GPT-OSS 120, which is OpenAI, and then Gemma 4 31B, which is a Google model. If you choose to pay, you can do GPT-5.4 or Claude Sonnet 4.6 with the plus plan, and then you can do Claude Opus 4.8 on the pro plan. Those are kind of grayed out, so I don't know if you can see those on there. But just going back to the free models, even some of these on here, it's just like, I'll just pick Gemma 4. It's like Gemma 4 31B. You can use this in some other places online. The main one that comes to mind is Google AI Studio. But it's like usually Gemma, you either have to install it locally if you know how, or go somewhere like Hugging Face, or again, Google AI Studio or Vertex AI Studio, or usually more involved platforms where you have to kind of know what you're doing or know how to navigate around. But I mean, you can just come in here into duck.ai and then just click here. Now you can use Gemma. Just even if you just want to try it out, if like you've never heard of Gemma before, and or someone just told you about it and you're like, how I just sounds really good, but I don't know how to use it or where I can use it. You can just come here and just use it really quickly. Same thing with GPT-OSS. This is one of the open weight models from OpenAI. So again, maybe you've heard of it, but you don't really know how you can access it, and you don't know how to load it on your computer. You don't want to load it on your computer, whatever it is. You just come here and just select it and start using it. So those are the models. And one of the other new things they have on here is if you select one of the OpenAI models or one of the non-open OpenAI models, or the Claude model, so in this case Haiku 4.5, you now have a tool to create image, which that was not there before. Before you could do web search, but you could not create images. But now if you select one of the OpenAI or Claude models, you can actually create images now. So if I just ask it to, oops. So now if I just want to have it create an image of, we'll just pick a sloth and see how long this takes here. Usually it's not that bad. It'll take about as long as it would take in like a chat GPT. And now you have an image here. And I click on this to make it a little bit bigger, and there's our image of a sloth. And if I go back, you can see right here that this is using GPT image 2, which is right now, the most recent image model from OpenAI. So, I mean, again, that definitely was not in Duck.ai when I did the other video. The model didn't even exist at that time, but they didn't have any image models at that time. So that's kind of a nice addition if you create images. If you click on tools here, your other option is web search. That was there before. And then you have the option to customize your responses. This is the same window from the other video. If maybe you didn't see the other video, just kind of going through some of this quickly, you can change the tone of your responses. There are a bunch of options here. You can change the length of your responses, so shortest, default. There are a bunch of built-in roles for the AI side of things, and then you can basically pick from a bunch of roles for what you want to be, and then you can set if you wanted to ask clarifying questions, you can give it a nickname, etc. And if you expand the sidebar on the left here, you have a couple of new options. Again, you have new image again, so you can do image from here or image from tools. Then you have a voice chat option. So if you want to basically talk to whichever model and have the model talk back to you, you can enable voice chat. You have a couple of options here that you can read through and make sure you're okay with. And then you enable voice chat and you can talk back and forth. And then, of course, you have the option to upgrade. So this, as I mentioned before, you can do a plus plan or a pro plan. The other plans can use different models, and then they have higher usage limits. So if I click on that, we go to a new page. Depending on which one you pick, the pricing's a little different. So the plus plan is $9.99 a month or $99 a year, and then the pro plan, I believe it's $19.99 a month. Let me scroll down and find the pricing. So there's a little FAQ section in the bottom here, and one of the questions is how much does it cost? So if I expand that, again, the plus plan is 99 or 99 a month or 99.99 a year. There are some international prices here, and then the pro plan is 19.99 a month or 199.99 a year again, and then some international prices. There's some other questions here that you can look through if you're interested, and then right above that there are the different features that come with the different plans. Again, you have free, plus, and pro, and you just have some different things here: VPN option and advanced models and identity theft restoration and Opus 4.8, etc. They do mention on here about usage limits, and like most chatbots these days, they do have usage limits. The problem But the challenge with it is they don't tell you what the usage limits are. It's just you basically use it, and then once you exceed whatever your limits are, then it'll just tell you you've exceeded your limit and either pay us to upgrade or come back tomorrow. And this is their help page and the question about usage limits. And I don't think it's that useful. It says on here it's free to use, but there's a daily limit on usage. It doesn't tell you what it is. And then can you pay to increase the limit? And basically the answer is yes, but it's like, okay, in the plus plan, you have access to higher usage limits than the free plan. again, doesn't tell you what it is. And then the Pro plan subscribers get 2 times higher usage than the Plus plan. But again, I don't know what it is. Like 2 times question mark is just double question mark. So know that you do have limits. The paid plans have higher limits, but I can't tell you what they are because I don't know. They don't. All they really document is that there are limits. But anyway, coming back to the interface here, let me see. I don't know if there was anything else. Dictation, reasoning level, different models, create images, customize responses, voice chat, usage limits, subscribe options. I believe that's everything. But again, a lot of that, or some of those things on there are definitely new. So, I mean, this interface is definitely maturing as, a lot of the other chatbot tools just kind of keep getting better. But again, I think this is a really good option. It's a really good quick option. You can just go to duck.ai and you just get to, this main screen and you can jump on here, pick your model, and you can just start going that quickly. You don't need to have, again, I didn't log into anything here. Like you don't have to log in. You don't have to, do whatever weird setups and install things locally and do whatever. It's just like duck.ai, pick your model and start going. Pick, whichever tools you want and go. So I mean it's can be a really quick interface. Everything's private. If you're interested in these models, I think this is a really good quick place to go and use them. But yeah, so if any of that's interesting, I would highly recommend checking out DuckDuckGo's chatbot, AI chatbot, at duck.ai. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.